Aloha, everyone. Happy New Year 2023. And it is absolutely beautiful, beautiful day. I got to take part in a beautiful New Year's meditation, energy clearing activation. And I'm just like feeling so good. I wanted to share some of that energy with you. And I also wanted to look at some of the True to the Stars 13 sign astrology. But really, I just want to say welcome to this opportunity today, the first day of 2023, to set an intention for this year and really just to honor your own visions for what you've been doing and what you would like to be doing. You know, what are you feeling excited about? I often feel at the new year so much pressure to get it all done today, right? To figure everything out, to know my intention, to know where I'm going. And it can be very, very overwhelming. And so I would like to invite you to try something which I've been utilizing, which is to just imagine that you don't have to get it all done today, that you don't have to know exactly, perfectly everything today. But what would you like to feel? Right? What feeling, what vibration, what energy, frequency, and experiences would you like to have in your life? What would be the feeling you would like to bring forward? And then to get into the feeling state of having it, being it, allowing it. My hair is just wild today. So with all the rain, so please forgive it. It's wildness. But really, manifestation, creation, really goes back to feeling. And there's this story of when I really first experienced, what is manifestation? How do we create and bring things that we desire into physical reality? And it was such a powerful moment for me, this experience, because I felt it through every cell of my body. And for so long, I'd heard about, when we think a thought, focus on it, we can create it, we can bring it into being, which is fantastic, and also can be challenging if we're not thinking the right thoughts, right? Because what are we bringing into being? But in this experience, I was able to create and manifest exactly what I desired into the physical reality. And so it was very simple. And sometimes the best teaching experiences are very simple. I had a desire to have really wonderful boots for hiking, for walking, very supportive, secure, grounding boots. And I got really clear one day. I was out on a hike and my shoes were just not cutting it. I was like, I'd really love some boots that make me feel really safe. They make me feel really secure. They're a nice color. They're in good condition. And I just really started thinking about what it would feel like to be grounded on the earth with these amazing boots walking around. And so, in the past, maybe I would have felt sad that I didn't have the boots, or I would have wished that they were there. But in this instance, I allowed myself to imagine what it would feel like to have these amazing boots and how good it would feel. And I really got into that feeling space of, oh, I'm so happy, thankful, and grateful I have these boots. And I wasn't thinking those thoughts specifically, but I was allowing myself to feel it. And so I went to bed that night, lying in bed, imagining I had these amazing boots on my feet. I could feel them. I could sense them. I felt so fulfilled by them. And the next day I went to a thrift store of all places. And on the shelf were these miraculous boots that if I had bought them new would have probably been $180, $200. Brand new, fit me perfectly. And I found those boots right the next day. And I just remember that feeling as I found those boots of alignment of my desire, my feeling state, and then the arrival of the thing I was wishing for right there on my body, right in front of me. And it was like this divine moment of really understanding what manifestation is. And that really took a lot of the guesswork out of it. It was like, wow, really feeling good and enjoying the presence and the vibration and the frequency of the thing that we're wishing for, we're longing for, right? That is the most attractive power we have on earth. And so I think sometimes we can get into a bit of a rut on New Year's Day if we put any pressure on ourselves, or if we, feel bad about not being somewhere we're thinking we should be. And so I just really wanted to share that story with you, to invite you to get into the feeling state of having what it is you desire. Even if you're not 100% clear on what that is, what would it feel like to have the thing you wish? Instead of it being way over there, you have to do all this stuff to get it. What would it feel like to just feel that sense of compassion for yourself, that sense of everything's good, that sense of I have everything I need? And then I wonder, as you get into that feeling state of I have what I need, I am supported, I have everything is coming to me with ease and joy and glory, and you just start building this vibration that becomes almost like an energy that begins to move. And then that begins to draw in more feelings and thoughts and emotions and events and experiences and people that match that frequency. So you start to get into the flow of havingness, the flow of beingness, the flow of joy, your true nature. There was a yogic prayer that I learned, and miraculously, this prayer came to me so many different ways and so many different moments. And I'll never forget this time where I was so in a dark place. I was depressed and sad and lost, and I had no clue where I was going or what I was doing. And I'm walking in San Francisco, and on the sidewalk, on the ground, I find this piece of paper. And on that piece of paper is the prayer. And the main message of this prayer was that I bowed to the inner teacher that is within, whose true nature is just pure beingness, pure consciousness, and pure bliss. And this is the part that has stuck with me forever, and whose nature is always present. So this purity, this pure awareness, this pure bliss, this pure consciousness is always present and never absent. Wow, I bow to the true teacher within me, whose presence is pure awareness, pure bliss, and whose presence is never absent and always present. And it reminded me that that feeling of oneness and joy and connection that we've all had, right? At least once in our life, whether it's through the love we feel for a child or our family or being out in nature, this sense of Sat Chit Ananda, Sat truth, Chit consciousness, Ananda bliss, right, is something that is available in every moment. It's never gone. We just might have strayed away from our awareness of it, but where our awareness goes, energy flows. So I just want to really invite you today on this platform we've created for the newness of this next year, to just take a moment with me and to tune into that pure consciousness, that pure Sat Chit Ananda, that pure bliss. That light, right, that you feel from the sun is also the light that lives within you. And just take a moment to really feel that, to allow that vibration to come into your beingness, into your body. And I wonder if that could be your guiding light, if there is any confusion or doubt, or maybe there is pure clarity and direction, that this year, may you align to that energy of your true Sat, Chit, and Ananda, right? Pure consciousness, pure bliss, which is the true teacher, which is our inner self. And may that light guide you, and know that as you allow yourself to tune into that higher presence, they say that every answer you seek lives within you, and that what you shift or change within changes what is without. And so I just really want to encourage you to feel that energy, that frequency and vibration of the light. That is your true nature. May it be your guide this year. May it be your compass. And may you allow yourself to tune into the feeling and vibration of, what the right path is for me is always being revealed. Clarity is coming my way. Truth is coming my way. And as I align to my true nature, my true self, I will be guided. I will know which direction to go. I will know that which aligns to my heart, my soul, and my spirit, and I can trust in that energy. I can allow that energy to flow through me, to be one with me. And as I do this, everything aligns with the greatest of ease and joy and glory. So just invite you to allow that to radiate through you, to be a part of you, and to spread that awareness out through your day and your life. Truly, how does it get better than that? That Sounds so good. So I do want to share a little astrology with you. So right now, we've started the new year in True to the Stars 13 sign astrology. And why do I love using this type of astrology? It's based on the stars. It's based on the actual location of the stars. Of course, Western astrology is based on where the stars were 2,000 years ago. It's no longer accurate to the actual sky. Astronomers will agree with me on that. And also, Western astrology doesn't take into the account that each constellation or each sign, like Aries, is only 20 days long, and it takes the sun 46 days to move through Virgo. So I've started to use the system that actually follows the stars. It actually follows the exact length of time it takes each planet to move through each sign. And over the last year, in 2022, I had hundreds of clients, and so many of them were sort of floored by how accurate these astrology readings were. And having done astrology a little more old-fashioned previous years, last year was the first year I included the 13 sign system. Yes, there are 13 signs in the zodiac. And I also included the actual, size of each sign: 21 days for Aries, 38 for Taurus, 46 for Virgo, 44 for Pisces, right? They're different lengths of time. And by including that accurate information in the charts, it just blows my mind to see how accurate the readings are. I mean, it makes sense. If you're bringing accurate ingredients to making your cake, you're going to have the best cake, right? You're going to have the right ingredients for making that which you desire. So I just would like to share with you what is going on astrologically today on this new day. And there's just so much sun. I hope you can see me all right, but may that light bless you. May it shower you wherever you are, knowing that this is your true nature. And this is a great day to tune into that truth, that spiritual truth of who you really are, because that's really, if you study any mysticism, any healing arts that have ancient roots, all of them will tell you that true healing actually begins not in the body or the heart or the mind, but actually in the soul. They say that soul is where the healing first starts and then showers down into the mind and the heart and the body and the all of those layers. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to share my screen with y'all, and we're going to see what sign is the sun in today on January 1st, what sign is the moon. And there's this amazing thing that I do frequently for myself, where I will look at the chart of the day and I will look at my own chart. And this is called a transit. And what a transit does is it shows you where the planets are and what sign that they are. And then you look at your own chart, you overlay the planets of the day, and you see where each planet is affecting you personally. So for instance, the 7th house, if the sun of the day is shining onto your 7th house sign, that could affect relationships. If the sun is shining on the 2nd house, that can affect your finances. If the sun is shining on your 10th house, that could illuminate your career. And so doing a daily, weekly, monthly check on where the transits of what is actually in the sky, the sun, the moon, and all the other planets, and how they're affecting your birth chart from the moment you were born is so powerful. And I have to tell you that 100 times, 100% of the time, if I'm going through a challenging situation or a wonderful situation, I can look at that chart for the day, see where the transits are, and it will tell me a story that matches almost exactly what it is that I'm experiencing. And it is so powerful and so helpful when, especially if it's challenging, to have a sort of a mental framework or idea of like, what's actually happening right now? Why am I feeling this way? What is the root issue here that's going on? And of course, 100% of the time, it always has to do with something that we're working through personally, and life is just showing up to highlight that particular challenge or situation. And it gives a lot of relief. And for all of my clients that I've ever worked with, when I've been able to elucidate or make clear, oh, this thing is happening for you and that's why this is happening, there's just this sense of relief of like the world's not against me. I'm just experiencing this growth lesson and it's going to pass, right? That's one really cool thing about a transit is this thing is temporary, and yet there's so much power there around what it's going to take to transform it, right? Because if you have, let's say, Saturn, the planet of discipline, shining onto your house of finances, right? Where there's just sort of like you need to be very focused and have hard work in order to please the energies of Saturn, to get through whatever the challenge is, then you'll know, okay, well, I have to be really disciplined right now. I have to be really focused. I have to work hard. Whereas if you had the sun shining on your house of finances, you might be having all these windfalls and money showing up out of nowhere. And you're just like, well, I got to really go for it with my plans for making money because the sun is shining there. So it's a really opportune time for me to get my vision out to the world. And so I'm really excited to share this information with you because I'm beginning to see the benefit of having these star maps for determining, okay, when do I want to do a presentation? When do I want to not do a presentation or go out into the world? When do I want to hang out with friends and family? When do I want to do this or do that? And so it provides this amazing framework for choosing your timing and understanding when things are affecting you and when things, what way that they're affecting you. So I really am excited to share more with you about today. If you have an astrology chart, or if you would like to have a True the Stars 13 sign astrology chart that's accurately based on where the stars actually are, I will be offering this in the new year. And I also am going to be offering a new service, which I'm really excited about, where you can work with me daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly around looking at your chart and what are the transits for your chart, what is affecting you. So, that would be a quick 30-minute call where we would jump on, we would look at your chart, we would see, okay, these are the planets that are affecting which area of your life. Okay, Jupiter is in your 7th house. That's super fortunate. Trying God, if you're single, this is a great time to meet a partner. Okay, today Mars is in your 10th house. This is a great time to take action on your career. And so it's like having this super secret knowledge that's just based on the stars and the energies that those planetary bodies and the signs are having on your unique chart, your unique astrological framework. And it's such a secret tool. It's a secret sauce that can really assist you in planning and also understanding what's going on for you in the day, in the week, in the month, in the quarter, for the whole year. So I'm really excited to offer this service. It's going to be quick sessions where we can just get straight to the point and see what is going on for you based on your astrological chart and the current sky at the time. Really excited, powerful information. And it's really my secret sauce in terms of how I'm able to plan my days, my weeks, and really have greater awareness of what's going on for me in relation to not only my daily kind of life, but the larger movements of the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and all the other planetary bodies. So amazing stuff. Let's get down to it. Let's talk about today. That's the new year, January 1st, 2023. To start off with numerologically, this is quite a word. In numerology, today, the year 2023 will be what is called a 7. A 7 is in numerology all about meditation. It's a number that's really connected to the spiritual energy of being. And so people who are born on a 7 day and a 7 year have a 7 attitude. And you can figure that up. So if you're born on a day that's the 7th, for instance, you're going to have a tendency to really be in touch with spirituality. It's like, as much as you love the normal humdrum reality material world, you're really interested in the spiritual aspect of life, the soul. Perhaps you have a practice you always do, you have to have that alone time. So maybe you go surfing, or maybe you play music, or you do something where it's like you go inside of yourself and then from there create the action. So there are people that tend to be quieter. They tend to be more focused on making sure their spirit is on a balanced level. And so I tune in and sense that with the 7-year, right, because we have 2 plus 23 is 5, 7. With a 7-year, there's going to be a very strong impetus to focus on developing our spiritual connection. Taking time for retreat, taking time to go and rejuvenate ourselves. We've been through a very intense 3-year period starting from 2020. And so I feel that 2023 is going to be a year where a lot of us take time off to go on retreat. We go and we spend some time doing rejuvenation, doing prayer, meditation, and just sort of building back up our energy because we've all been through so much. It's also going to be the year in February of the water rabbit, and we've just left the water tiger, which was a lot more fierce and can predict winter storms. And yes, we have had quite the winter storms the last couple of days as we left 2022. But water rabbit, starting in February, will also be more of a water year. So there could be a lot of rain this year. I'm just letting you know. But rabbit energy is very different from tiger. You know, it's much more gentle. It's much more calm. And I'll be doing another video just talking about what the rabbit year is going to look like in February. But so that's Chinese astrology, numerology, and now getting into astrology, right? This is going to be a powerful year. I know that we have some really major eclipses happening in October, right? There's eclipses that happen every year. There's 4 per year. So we're going to have them in April and May and October, November of next year. So there will be some powerful energies going on there for transformation and healing. Overall, I get the sense that finances are going to improve in 2023, that there may be some challenging health stuff in the fall, so be prepared for that. But overall, I get the sense of a rejuvenation, a regeneration, things not being quite as intense, not quite as like hard, but kind of softening. There is a 23 in the year, and 23 adds up. 2 plus 3 is 5. And so I get the sense there's going to be a lot of freedom, a lot of urge for freedom to kind of leave behind the heaviness and the weight of the last 3 years and just kind of let it all go, like a great release. And so that is some beautiful energy to look at. Astrologically, we're starting the new year on the day the sun is in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about freedom. It's all about arching your vision towards the stars and truly aligning to your purpose, your mission, always going forwards, always being drawn to expanding your consciousness, expanding your awareness of what is true, what is real, what is aligned to God, to source, to spirit, to your purpose. And today, let's see what sign the moon is in. The moon is so interesting in astrology. I feel like the one best way I could describe it is that the moon represents the mood, right? Like the collective energetic mood of ourselves, of our friends and family, of society itself. And so the moon sign is very descriptive of, well, what's the collective energy or emotion of the day? And so today on January 1st, 2023, the moon is actually in Aries today, in Sidereal True the Stars Aries. And Aries is the leader. Aries is the initiator. Aries is the pioneer. So I cannot think of a moon sign more fitting for the first day of the new year than Aries, because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. And so there's really this powerful energy of new beginnings today, and also an energy of like, let's go, right? Let's go out and do this. Let's start something new. Let's take action. Aries loves to start things, but be aware that Aries does not like to finish things. It just likes to keep starting projects. So luckily the moon will be moving into Taurus probably in the next couple of days, which means there'll be a better time to figure out your plan of action, figure out the steps you need to take. But today, I would really recommend take action in some way. Maybe you go on a hike, maybe you exercise. That moon in Aries is going to be really stimulating you to take action in some arena of your life. And it is sandwiched between two really powerful signs or planets. Uranus, which is the, I know, have a good laugh about that one. Uranus is the planet of change. Uranus is the planet of revolution. It's the planet where it will change and shift anything that is not built on a firm foundation. So if there's anything in your life, in your world, that is just not working, Uranus will come in and it will create some kind of sort of electric event, because Uranus is associated with the power and force and magic of electricity, right? That tingling, zinging, beautiful energy of electricity that can be seen through lightning. It is also the planet associated with the new age and technology. Uranus rules the internet. It rules all things of global communication, that widespread technological way in which we've been connecting on this widespread fashion. So Uranus is connected to invention. It's invented to that spark of ideas that lights you up and it takes you down a new path. And you're just like, wow, I didn't even see that coming, but now I'm filled with energy and life force and I'm excited. And it inversely can also be seen as like a sudden event that happens you weren't planning for. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. Of course, positive and negative is all in the eye of the beholder. It's subjective because we never really know why an event's happening. And there's the story, right, of the man whose son breaks his leg and everyone says, oh, what horrible luck. And then the army comes in and is calling young men to be taken away for war, and his son doesn't have to go. And so it's like we never know why events happen the way that they do. But there is a teaching in many spiritual communities that whatever happens is actually always happening for our highest and best good. Wow. Well, that is always the challenge in the moment, right? But it is a very powerful energy of self-love and compassion for ourselves to practice this as much as we can in every moment. I don't know why this is happening, but I do know that it's a spiritual tenet or truth that everything on this planet is always happening for our highest and best good, that there is a loving divine presence that truly wishes us well. It wishes us success. It wishes us to have the things that we desire. And that as we align to that frequency, it becomes easier and easier to manifest those things. So we have Uranus conjunct the moon. So we're going to feel electric today. We're going to feel sparked. We're going to feel like we want to do something. And Uranus is big. Uranus is not size-wise, but Uranus is associated with the mainstream, the world, the collective. Uranus is associated with the collective energy. So it's not just about me, it's not just about you, it's about everyone in this global community and our interconnection. So with the moon in Aries, we're feeling excited to go out there and connect with, you know, all of our community, and maybe we're feeling like leading in some fashion. So if all of the leaders out there, go ahead and raise your hand. I know there's a ton of you might be feeling really inspired to stand up, get up, stand up, shine your light, get out there, rise on up, and uplift those that you're here to support and to lead. And what is leadership, really? You know, I really thought a lot about this over the last year. And how does one become a true leader? And so much of it relates to having this like love and care for the people that you are with, and the strong desire to assist them into rising and going towards whatever it is they're wishing to achieve. And so I know there's a lot of you out there who care so much. You have such big hearts, and you're really here to uplift and assist those you love and care about to rise into their true and highest potential. So I want to salute all of you leaders out there doing this amazing work to uplift humanity, because Uranus, the sign of humanity, is conjunct the moon, all in Aries. And what that tells me is there's this strong emotional desire to uplift our communities. There's a strong emotional desire to lead our communities forwards, to assist them, to guide them, to step up into these roles of leadership, not so that we can be the center of attention, but so that we can help others to lift up and rise into who they really are. And that's why we get called to stand up. and talk. I would not be here talking to you today if I just wanted to get out there and talk. I'm here because I have this love and desire to see all of you rise up into your highest, truest self and be happy and be connected to yourself and be shining. Because when all of us step up and shine the gift that we are given by Source, our world is uplifted and we all begin to align to why we are here, which is to have a beautiful life, to assist each other, to support each other, to connect to each other's truest purpose and really uplift one another to shine. So not only is the moon conjunct Uranus on the beginning of the very first day, but it's also conjunct the North Node. And the North Node is not a planet. And if you've heard me talk before, you may have heard of this sign, and I call it like the North Star. The North Node is like that light up there, right? It's just like, it is the soul mission that we are learning in this lifetime. And so collectively for all beings right now, the North Node is in Aries today, conjunct the moon, conjunct Uranus in Aries. And so there's this pull of the soul towards our leadership, towards our selfhood. What is Aries? It's identity. It's the self. It's the one, right? It's I am. Aries says, I am. And so Aries is that fearless, courageous leader standing up tall in their power, claiming, I am. And each and every one of us has this profound power to stand up in the light of our own soul, connected to our truth at the heart, and proclaim, I am. And so wherever you are today, whatever you're working through, there's an impetus, there's an activation to shift and stand up for who you are. And this can be triggering if we are not already aligning to our purpose and our truth as an individual. It's so easy to be in relationships or job environments where we're not really engaging with what our true soul purpose is. And so when energies like today happen, they are just going to activate your desire and your thirst to connect to the true power of your I am presence, your soul, and why you're here, right? Why am I on this earth? I want to, it's in Aries, I want to take action. Aries is the action taker. So you may be feeling really inspired today. So if there's something you're being called to do or connect to, allow yourself to connect to that energy. Allow yourself to journal, to dream, to vision. What is it that I emotionally, intuitively, spiritually wish to bring into my life? Because North Node, Moon, Uranus, this is telling me that the stars themselves are aligning to this state of vibration and frequency that are encouraging you to connect to your truest self, to connect to the power of you and claim it. I am. Wow, I had no idea this was here, but what a powerful, powerful first day, New Year's activation energy. I could tell you more, but I think I'll wait until another day because wow, that was so powerful. I just want to invite you to go out there. You know, Mercury and Mars, Mercury, the planet of communication, and Mars, the planet of action, they're both retrograde. Mercury will go forward January 12th. Mars, however, will still be in a shadow period until March 3rd, or I'm sorry, March 12th. So yes, even at the same time that we feel this impetus to move forwards with Aries, we might still have things we need to finish around Taurus. Of course, that's going to depend on where Mars retrograde is in your personal chart. Is it in the house of finance? Is it in the house of love? Is it in the house of home? Depending on where it is, it's going to affect you in a different way. So if you have questions about your own chart and how that might be affecting you today, please reach out. I'd love to assist. Mercury retrograde, of course, please be safe traveling, be more careful with your plan making because Mercury can shift and change suddenly our plans. Communication, definitely work on being clear, making sure everyone understands everything before you move forwards because during Mercury retrograde, it's much easier to have communication challenges because the whole message is not conveyed, the other person doesn't receive it, etc. So as much as there's this impetus to move fast and forward with Moon, Uranus, and the North Node in Aries, sort of shining their light. It's a fire sign. I want to move forward. I want to take action. I want to lead. Definitely still work on being mindful of your physical action activity, your direction, your traveling, the ways that your body, because Mars is the physical body, it's action, it's physicality, it's the masculine energy, how we take action out in the world. And of course, Mercury, the planet of communication, how we communicate, the flow of information back and forth, all of these things can be happening as well. But just take your time, know that you're on the right path. The sun is in Sagittarius today, shining super bright, 13 degrees of Sagittarius. It is the sign of freedom, the sign of philosophy, the sign of truly expanding towards the highest light, the highest truth. And it's trine, that is in the same element as the moon. So we have sun and moon and fire. So it is a great day to take some kind of an action, some kind of a leap, trusting yourself, know that you're supported. You're beautiful, you are loved. It is so amazing. There's more here, but I'm going to wait for another day. This has already been a very long reading. So I love you all. Happy 2023. Happy first day of the new year. Look at that light. It is so beautiful. It is so bright. Such an amazing omen for the next 365 days. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, for all of my clients, for this opportunity to get up here and share with you this True to the Stars 13 sign astrology. It has changed my life so many beautiful ways. I'd love to share with you sometime soon some of the biggest takeaways that I've had recently in my own chart that have just been sort of life-changing and soul-affirming. And I just spoke with a client this morning, and I had sent her a recorded reading, and I was so touched by what she said. She said that she felt a feeling of contentment, that she'd been really seen and heard, and that she just felt this affirmation of who she is and what her path is. And it really lit my heart up to feel that this information from the astrology charts can really assist people to align to who they really are. And that is the biggest gift that I think that we could give anyone. So super grateful for this opportunity to facilitate you all in connecting to your truest self, aligning to who you really are. And I just send you so much light from the sun, from my own heart, in gratitude for each of you. Each of you are divine gifts from Source, exactly perfect at the core of your essence. And I invite you to remember that as you go forwards into 2023, that you are divine, you are a child of Source, you are loved, and everything is always working out for your highest and your best good. Sending you so much love from this beautiful day. How does it get even better than this? What else is possible in your expansion, your creativity, your self-expression, your true joyfulness, evolving and contributing to this world that we live upon? My name is Lotus Dawn Goldhole, and my business is Blossom with Lotus, True to the Stars, 13 sign Sidereal Astrology. And I'm just so excited to begin this new year with you all. Truly, how does it get better than this? Universe, show us. Love you all. So grateful for each and every one of you. You light my light up, and you make my day better by seeing all of your beauty, all of your light shining. You're beautiful, and you're miracles. Love you all so much. Aloha.